everybody, and welcome back to another episode. I'm going to do this one a little bit differently than normal. I'm going to have a recap of where I started, the things I've done, and where we are now. I know my videos are far and in between because of the length of the grinds, but this episode I hope to bring everybody back to where I am, how I got the roles, why I couldn't get to certain areas, where I started from, where I'm at now. And yeah, for the most part, that's going to be the episode, and actually how close we are to rolling right now. But without anything else to say, let's get into the episode. So a lot of you guys know where I am currently. Know I started at the Gnome village and I'm currently at Port Hazard. But what a lot of you guys don't know is actually how I got here, where I started and what I've done. So let's get into it. So as we made our way to Gnome village, here's the list of tasks that I had to do in order to complete this chunk. The hardest one obviously being the 55 magic grind. The cooking grind went terrible. I just cooked rat meat until I could do a jug of wine from a grape drop from a goblin. And then the imps also dropped the jug of water. Then of course the magic grind, using only runes from goblins, hill giants, and zombies that's inside the dungeon of Gnome village. All those together, I was able to complete my 55 magic grind. And here we are. I cast my final telegrab to get 55 magic. And then I unlocked High Alchemy, which was the chunk last task that I needed for the chunk of Gnome village. High Alch the bronze arrow, and we went rolling. Pulled the chunk picker up, and I don't know if you guys know, but I roll 2 pick 1. And that time I got observatory. Unfortunately, well, I ain't gonna say unfortunately, because of that chunk, it saved my fishing grind a lot of headache. So instead of having to do like 3,000 fishing trawlers, I was able to fish 72,000 pike instead, which sounds terrible, but it's not bad in the long run. The task for that chunk was basically cut a willow, burn it, and rake a farming patch. I couldn't start observatory quest because without the battlefield chunk north of me, I can't use the bridge to get over there. So yeah, I raked this patch, I cut this willow, burned the log, and that was the chunk task. And then back to the roll. And before I roll, I gotta roll the ZMI chunk. I can only get like 2 tiles up there, but I can't access it that way, so I'll put it rollable. And until I get the battlefield chunk, I'm really kind of locked out of that side of the river. But we roll, and we get West Yanil and Fight Arena. So I think I'm gonna go with Fight Arena. And the reason I stayed away from Yanil as much as I could, being extreme, I didn't want to do the magic cape strictly off hill giants, zombies, and goblins, because that would take me literal years. But I finished the quest and I got the items required for the chunk roll. Turn it in here, and we'll go back to the chunk roller, and we roll, and we get Artie Monastery and Port Hazard. I chose Artie Monastery because it has an altar. I've been having to pray flick and just not having prayer, so that was kind of rough. But one thing that this chunk does give me is a T9 star, but I don't have a pick yet, so I can't really do that yet. So the only thing I can do is Clock Tower quest and the Monk's Friend quest. So I got those 2 done, and it also gave me another patch I could rake, which I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't the best at keeping up with that, but is there if I need it. But with those quests completed, we were able to roll again. So let's pull back up the chunk picker, see everything's checked off, and we roll. This time we get ZMI or East Yanil. For obvious reasons, I picked ZMI, though it's only 2 tiles I could access. But once I do unlock Battlefield, that's going to give me a rune skin scimitar later and the access to a little bit better runes. The guys in there drop rune essence, so I can use it for the ZMI altar. Also, the drops from the guys in there aren't bad at all. They'll help me train my magic. So if I did get ECNL now, it won't be as terrible. It will still be bad, but not as terrible. But these are literally the only 2 tiles I can access in that chunk, and it gave me a music track, so yay that. And we roll again as we can't access the chunk. And ZMI actually gave me another T9 star. So the reason I picked Port Hazard, even though I know it would be a long year-long grind, I felt like I copped out because I got 2 chunks now that had the option to T9 stars, and Port Hazard gives me a pickaxe from the charter ship. So that's the reason I picked Port Hazard. Now I have to do that 90 mining grind with the bronze pickaxe, and that kind of brings me up to where we are currently. So we're going to start off where we left off the last episode, and that was on the fishing grind, I think. And this inventory should be a bit of a milestone level. We got 85 cooking. So yeah, there's that. And not real long after 85 cooking, we got 82 fishing, which is also the level for anglerfish. So whenever we get there in, I don't know, 2036, we'll be able to catch anglerfish. And with this lamp in my inventory, it's another little milestone level for my smithing actually. And we'll drop this lamp on the smithing, and that gives us 65 smithing. I'm not mad at the lamp update one bit. This helped my account out tremendously. I'm so thankful for it. I was killing zombies for more fishing bait, and also the rune drops are pretty bad. And I got 86 hit points. I'm hoping that after the load of bait that I'm going for right now will be the end of my fishing grind for the trunk. I'm pretty sure it is. If the calculator's right, then it should be right. But I'll be here until I get done with that, and then I'll move back on to my smithing grind. And yet another milestone, we got 85 fishing, which is the level needed to catch dark crabs, which is another thing that I'm far away from. But I wanted to get it recorded because I like numbers that end with 5 or 0, just because I'm weird. Here we have the next cooking level, which is level 89. 2 more cooking levels and I will be done with that task. I know I've probably done said a few times in this video that it was actually a fishing grind, but it's actually 91 cooking in order to catch the manta ray. I did the fishing grind prior to this video, and for some reason I keep thinking fishing and cooking is the same skill, but it's really not. 90 cooking, 1 more level to go. You guys have no idea how long it takes to catch 72,000 pike, where the spawn location changes and you have to world hop if it goes on the other side of the river. It has taken a very long time. And right on the last level needed for cooking, I get this message. My second heron pet from fishing pike, which is a pretty low chance, but it took me this many pike, like 60 something thousand pike, to get the pet. But I already had one in the bank from fishing trawler, so I got a free replacement, I guess. I changed the record speed to 5 times for this clip. You can see that the game clock of how long it actually takes to catch one inventory of a pike, which is 24, and it moves and you got a world hop, and they're just very slow and tedious to catch. I record this clip because it is actually the last cooking level I need for the chunk roll, which is to cook a manta ray that I caught from fishing trawler. It's actually one of the diary achievements to cook a manta ray in this area. And then the last task I'll have after this will be, last 2 tasks, I got to mine a T9 star with the bronze pickaxe, and I also have to make a mithril plate body at the anvil in Port Hazard, which is 68 smithing. All of which the runes came from hill giants, and I had a mine ore myself with the bronze pickaxe. But yeah, this is how a lot of people tell me that I would quit during this grind, but I've done harder things in my life than click on a video game from time to time. But yeah, these fish right here is going to give me 91 cooking, and I'm so ready to roll. I'm really hoping for Battlefield next, but I guess time will tell. Now that that is done, let's teleport back over to fishing trawler and cook our manta ray and get this part of the chunk checked off so we can move on to bigger, brighter, and better things. And the moment I've worked for a couple months now has been done, and I cooked my first one, so I guess that's a good sign of things to come. And you see the elite Arty Diary task has been completed, which was the chunk task. So I got that done and incredibly happy about it. Now that I was done with the fishing grind, I went back to my good friends the Hill Giants. And as you can see, I've been killing them for a while. I gotta get a little over 900 nature runes, and I think it was like 4,200 fire runes. But as I got lamps during the grind, that number kept going down and down. Every lamp was like equivalent to killing 150 to 200 hill giants. So every one helped a ton actually. But yeah, we got us another strength level, and we're slowly moving that up as well. I don't think I'm gonna get 99, but RNG will be the person who tells me that. Just want to kind of show you how I do my superheating. I have everything kind of one click on everything in my bank, and I gotta do this about 1,000 more times and I'll be done finally. And I turn everything into myth arrowheads. I know I don't have a bow yet, but when I do, I'll have a lot of ammo for it. Not the best ammo, but it's not terrible either. So I thought about doing bolts at first, but instead I went with the arrows. I just feel like over time I'm more likely to get like a clue with the magic short bow or something like that later on than before I'll get a crossbow. But I might be completely wrong. I am a lot. I was actually in the middle of grinding hill giants for the last couple of runes that I needed for the smithing grind, and this little guy popped up and it's going to save me a couple hours. So appreciate you, little imp guy and big dragon person. This book right here is going to put us over the hump that we need to finish our smithing grind. So now that we have enough runes, I'm going to head back to fishing trawler, superheat all my ore, and get this last task knocked out before we go back to mining. Another big moment. I needed to mine about 226 more coal, I think it was. But I should after that have enough mithril bars to get to 68, as well as a few extra. And we'll use those extras to make the plate body for the achievement diary. And that will leave only the 90 mining grind, which is 10 more levels. Which is going to take a long time because that's another 60% of what I've done so far. But yeah, we're seeing the end. We're finally seeing the light. And this should be it coming up, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be 68 smithing. And this has also been a very, very long grind, if not the longest grind of the chunk. It takes a long time to mine with the bronze pickaxe, as well as kill hill giants for a 1 in 64 drop to make the bars. But we'll make the plate body now. And we got the diary done. I gotta make all these chats go off because there's no telling what people's been messaging me, and I don't want to be in a video and YouTube get mad at me. But we got that done and that done. That leaves the 90 mining grind, and then the next video we will be rolling. I tried to make this video a little bit better than my previous ones. I'm sorry if it's still crap. But I am trying. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you hadn't, like and subscribe. It means a lot. I also have a members thing now because I got monetized. I made it $3, but if that's too much, I'll make it $1 if it lets me. I'm not really in it for the money. Just kind of made it in case somebody wanted to have the dagger logo beside their name when they comment. I know I like doing stuff like that. I appreciate you guys watching. As you can see, my arrowhead stack is getting quite large. I'm going to end the video here and leave a comment, and I appreciate each and every one of you watching. Until the next time, have a great day and enjoy your life.